Hello students, welcome to the e-learning of class 11th Gujarat Board Organization of Commerce and Management subject chapter 1 Nature, Purpose and Scope of Business. Students, in our previous session we discussed about meaning of trade and characteristics of trade. Today we are going to discuss types of trade and meaning and characteristics of commerce. So let us first discuss about types of trade. There are two types of trade, internal trade and international trade. So let us discuss about internal trade first. It is also known as domestic trade, means trading which is to be done within the boundaries of the country is known as internal trade. Trading between two regions of Gujarat is known as internal trading. For example, if Ahmedabad purchases mangoes from Surat, then this kind of trading is internal trade, as it is done within the boundaries of the same region. Similarly, if Gujarat purchases mobile phones from Maharashtra, so this is also internal trade, as it is done within the same country, that is within the boundaries of the country. As one example is given in your textbook, a trader of Ahmedabad purchases boxes of apple from Kashmir, or a trader of Nagpur sends oranges to Rajkot. These are examples of internal trade. Now, from the distribution point of view, this internal trade is divided into two parts, that is wholesale trade and retail trade. Now, who is wholesaler? A wholesaler is one who purchases the goods in bulk, that is in large quantity from the manufacturer or the producer, and distributes them to a retailer as per their requirement. Now, who is retailer? As your nearby shops are retail shops, stationery shops, ration shops, then vegetable shops, etc. These retail shops purchases goods from the wholesaler in small quantity as per the need and requirement of the customer in their particular area. Therefore, it is a chain of trading where goods are manufactured in a factory by the producer and sold to the wholesaler, and wholesaler purchases from the producer in large quantity and sells it to the retailer as per their requirement in small quantity, and retailer sells it to the customer according to their demand. This is the distribution channel. So the wholesaler is the link between producer and retailer. Second point, it is international trade. The import export done by the country to other country is called international trade. So this kind of trade between two countries is called international trade. In other words, when trading is done outside the boundaries of the country, it is called international trade. For example, when new technology is purchased from USA by India, it is international trade. One such example is given in your textbook, that a Japanese company selling televisions to Indian traders or Kesar mangoes being sold from India to USA is international trade. It includes import trade, export trade and re-export trade. Our today's second topic is meaning of commerce. Commerce means trade and auxiliary services to trade. Auxiliary services means banking service, transportation service, communication service, warehousing service, that is go down, and agents. The world has become a global village from the viewpoint of trade and its auxiliary services, as now the needs of all of these citizens in the world can be fulfilled easily. Agriculture goods are exported by India, and similarly new technologies are bought by India from the other countries. So the वर्ल्ड हैज़ बिकम अ ग्लोबल विलेज. जो हमारा पूरा वर्ल्ड है वो जैसे कि एक छोटा सा विलेज बन चुका है. हम कोई भी चीज़ कहीं से भी ईजीली परचेज कर सकते हैं. इवन हमारे घर बैठे भी हम सिंपली मोबाइल से ऑर्डर प्लेस करके घर बैठे किसी भी शहर से कोई भी गुड्स ईजीली मंगवा सकते हैं. नाउ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ कॉमर्स. ट्रेड इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉमर्स, एज ट्रेड इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ बिजनेस and business is part of commerce. So trade is a part of commerce. As business is an economic activity, so commerce is an economic activity. Auxiliary services such as banking, transportation, communication, etc. are helpful to trade. Without all these services, money cannot be transferred, goods cannot be transported, order cannot be placed. So, all these are helpful to trade, and so these are included in commerce. It increases the two type of utility of goods, that is time utility and place utility. Time utility. When a company maximizes the availability of a product so that customers can buy it during the times that are the most convenient or desirable for them, is time utility. Place utility. The utility created for the product by the virtue of its location. The attractiveness of a product can be increased by changing its physical location. The product should be available at nearby places to customers so that it is convenient to buy. Auxiliary services are demand oriented because the insurance service is not given compulsorily, it is provided according to the need and demand of customers. Similarly, all the auxiliary services are demand oriented, so it is a continuous activity. These services are somehow demanded by one or the other people, so it is a continuous activity. If these auxiliary services are provided at reasonable price, then the cost of production will be low, and so its selling price will be low, and customers can easily purchase the goods with high level of satisfaction. So students, I hope the concept was descriptive enough and you all understood it properly. Stay tuned, stay healthy. Thank you.